Alright everyone, welcome to Excel tutor. Today we are going to be talking about why students fail Jamb. Why students fail Jamb. This is especially for students who are going to be taking the Jamb 2020. But before we do that, please let us like the channel and subscribe so as to receive more notifications of further and future video tutorials and tips on exams upcoming. Now let's go to number 1 point, reason why students fail the exam, precisely Jamb. Lack of preparation. Lack of preparation. A lot of us will believe the exam has to be near before we start preparing. Now this is very wrong. 6 months to the exam, most of us still believe that we will read when the exam is near, so therefore we don't need to read now. Procrastination. Even 3 months, we always like, I'll read later, I'll read later. But then when it's already 1 week near, we begin to regret our decision for not having read since the beginning. It becomes very difficult for us to start reading a week to exam. It won't becomes difficult to start reading a month to the exam, talk less of a week. We need to start preparing the moment we got our hands on the registration package. Even before registering for Jamb, you need to start preparing, prepare ahead. So what are we talking about? The big concept here is that you always have to prepare ahead and never procrastinate. Never procrastinate. So what is the second point here? The second point here is most of us read out of syllabus. Most of us read out of the syllabus. Now look at this expression. This is a circle here which contains the syllabus itself, and this is us here. This is us here walking away from that same syllabus, walking away from that same syllabus in an opposite direction. I told us in our previous video that you always have to get your hands on the current Jamb syllabus or the closest Jamb syllabus. You have to check it out because it contains all the required topics you have to read and the focus point of Jamb in that particular year. So if you believe by reading all the textbooks you have you are going to pass, you are going to fail because you won't be able to focus precisely on one topic or two or three. You just be reading widely, and that will greatly affect how much concentration you receive and how much you can gain from each reading. So by getting the syllabus, you'll be able to know where and how the questions will come out. So if Jamb says you should read on respiration in biology, just read on respiration. Don't go and read photosynthesis because all the questions are going to come out from respiration. And this is what you have to abide by. You have to read within the syllabus. Do not read out of the syllabus. So the last point here, before we get there, is what should we do? What should we do? You can see the first one, read everything. No, don't read everything. Like I said, you have to get the latest Jamb syllabus. Focus on that syllabus, and that is more than enough. 8 months or 9 months preparation for Jamb with the syllabus is going to give you nothing less than 350 plus, and even at the very least 280 plus. Just try this and you're going to see how wonderfully well you're going to do in the next exam. So the third point here, which is the very last here, is time mismanagement. Time mismanagement. A lot of us don't know how to manage our time when we enter the exam hall. In our previous video tutorial, I showed us when we enter the exam hall, we log in. The first thing we have to do is to solve and sort out all the simpler questions. Do not waste more than 1 minute on any question, and any question that seems to require critical thinking, ensure you skip to the next one. Now when you solve all the simpler ones first, you can later come back to those hard questions that require thinking and sit down with them. By then you are going to have enough time. But if you waste more than 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes on just one question, eventually you are going to find the time given by Jamb to be insufficient, and at the end of the day you are going to score woefully. Imagine you are having just 100 questions out of 180. Imagine even if your computer is to go off when you are about to submit. That's even worse. So you have to make sure you are able to solve everything as soon as possible, and in fact your target should be leaving the CBT, leaving the exam hall 30 minutes before your finish time. Ensure that your target is to leave the exam or even 30 minutes before your finish time. This will help you to maximize your time, and not just maximize your time but also pick the correct answers without being anxious or nervous. So the major thing here, look at the statistics. Our pie chart for year 2018. 15% of the students who sat down for Jamb were good and let me say excellent in managing their time. A lot of people came out when their time was still 40 minutes, some came out when it was still 30, and there are some for average 30% alone. These were barely coping. Most of them, their computer went off when they finished the last question. Their computer submitted automatically. Now look at the 55% here bad. These are the people that often complain after coming out of the exam that the time is not enough. As you can see, the percentage is higher than the rest, whereas the excellent ones are just 15%. You need to join this 15% so this year. You need to work on your time. That's why you need to get practice questions, the past questions. You need to come online for some online based tests which are very free. There are some free applications you can also use, myschool.ng. Go on, download them. It doesn't cost much. Practice with them. Use it to train yourself, the time management and everything else. And you're going to see how well you're going to do in the next Jamb. So time waits for no one. Work with time. Work with time. It waits for no one. Don't just stay there. 9 months to the exam. No, that's not long. 8 months to the exam. That's still not long. 6 months to the exam. You need to start preparing right now. You need to start preparing. The earlier you prepare, the better you will do. And I think you've already heard the quote before. Those who fail to plan will plan to fail. And what are the 3 tips to pass Jamb 350 plus in the next one we are going to take? The next Jamb 2020. What are the 3 tips to pass even more than 350? The first is to prepare ahead. The second is to get your syllabus. And the third is to work with time, which I've all explained before. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to this channel.